shoulders up. This is important, all right? Now, listen to me. I see far too many people, doesn't matter whether it's boxing, kickboxing, any sports combat, traditional martial arts, kumite, you name it, the shoulders are down and the chin's right up here, and you're asking to get smashed up, knocked out. Far too many. They might start down, and then as they're throwing punches, their chins come up, all of them. The key is to not only get your chins down, but also just a slight raise in the shoulders. I don't mean you stand there like that where you can't move. I mean just a little raise of the shoulders. And just a little raise of the shoulders and your drop of the chins starts to give you protection that you didn't have before. Now I don't mean unbalance yourself like this where you can't do anything. It's just a slight raise, just enough. If I'm here, look, my shoulders there and I drop my chins down, I've got some protection. But if I've got a slight raise in my shoulder and I drop my chins down, I've got even more protection. If I turn a little bit and I lower my back shoulder, raise my front shoulder, drop my chins down and bring my hand up here, then I've got even more protection. I'll take this one out of the way so you can see. With this shoulder slightly up, chins down, looking over the top of my glasses. Rear shoulder is down because I'm lifting this one up. Hand up here. I'm pretty well protected against most things. And when we're in here, we can start to do stuff. Now, the same could be true if you're doing traditional martial arts or something like that. In your kumite, you say, again, too many people, they're here with it, right? You can still lift your shoulder while you're doing your kumite and give yourself that added bit of protection. So it's important that you start thinking about where these shoulders should be, because they're very, very important, especially for striking. Then, every time you throw a punch, I want you to, I'll leave this one down so you can see. Every time you throw a punch, I want you to imagine where your shoulders are. This one, if I'm here like that and it's down, then not only, imagine I've still kept this up, but I'm open, aren't I, over the top. If when I punch with my front hand, my shoulder is up and turns with it, then I've got a lot more protection, haven't I? When it's here, I'm more protected than when it's here. So you've got to start thinking about your shoulders and watching where they are. So, you know, almost everybody's got a phone with a camera on it these days. So put your phone on, put the camera on, and have a look and see what you're doing. And make sure that every time you're throwing a punch, you're checking where your shoulders are and are they protecting you whilst that punch is going on. Because it's massively important that you do that. And it's one of the main principles that I teach is a slight raise of the shoulders and a dropping of the chins. And again, I'm stressing, it's not like this, it's just a little raise. That's all it takes, like a shrug. If you've ever done shrugs at a gym, it's just like that, a little shrug. That's all it is, and that makes a huge difference to what you're doing, okay? Have a little work on it and see how you get on. What's that cat doing in here? Anyway, there you go.